This program is made possible in part by the Imperial Savings and Loan Bank and the Gellerfield Fund for Public Broadcasting, and by viewers like you. I don't think I'm using the ring light properly. Okay, I found my first project. Now, what I should be working on is unpacking all of the bags into the closet and reorganizing the closet, but I found a much smaller, much more pointless organizational thing that is way more satisfying and I'm very excited to do. So let's go ahead and take a look at studio organization at home in quarantine. Project 1, the Dremel. Okay, so here is the project workspace, and honestly, it's pretty well organized. It's not always this organized, but for being in the middle of a project, it's very well organized. One of my favorite tools is this Dremel. It is a cordless Dremel. It has a light in the front of it for when you turn it on. The only thing I don't like is that this locking mechanism is right next to the power button. I don't like that, but it's a great tool. However, never had a really good place to put it. So if I have it here, which is within reach, then it blocks my drawers. And if I put it over here, then it blocks these drawers, and there's just never been a good spot to put it. So the day I realized, well, maybe it'll fit right here in my hobby zone shelf. And when I put it in, ta-da, it's perfect. Except it doesn't quite fit with the power cable. Now I can sort of wedge it in there, but then it's bending the power cable and it's sitting at this weird crooked angle, and I have the power cable going above that. So today's project, the first project, is we are going to be modifying the hobby zone so that we're going to be drilling out a little bit of a hole here so that there's space for the cable, and we're going to be drilling a hole in the back of the hobby zone so that the cable can come through the back and be completely hidden instead of sitting out like that. So that is our first at-home organizational project. A little bit mundane, but absolutely satisfying. I'm very excited. Let's set this project aside and get to work on that. Okay, I've cleared my workplace, and many of you may be familiar with Hobby Zone organization. They are modular, they are custom. Well, they're custom in that you can pick out your modular pieces and arrange them in a custom way. You don't get to design them. But they're also magnetic, which is great. So you can just pull them apart, take them down, and rearrange them, which means that I can take this off. Now, this was originally designed to have this piece here for storage of things. I don't know. I didn't glue it in because I didn't really like it, and now we're going to get rid of it entirely because we're going to be putting the Dremel there. So we got to move all these brushes, and then we will get to work on modifying this. We're in our workspace, and this is going to be a weird angle to work at. What better tool to use than our Dremel, obviously. Now, I have an attachment on the Dremel, and that is this thing right here, which is an adjustable chuck, kind of like what you would find on a normal power drill. I bought these a long time ago. I really hope that Dremel still uses them because they're great, because you just hold it down and then it adjusts to the size of whatever bit you're using. It's amazing. It makes working with the Dremel 1,000 times easier. And I've literally had these for decades. So I hope that Dremel still makes them. Okay, so we know that this fits right there, but it doesn't really fit when we put the cable on well. So we gotta do two things. One, we have to decide where the cable's gonna come from, and I think that's gonna have to be back here, and then we need to open up a spot on the side here so that it doesn't interfere. And in order to do that, so let's just do a test really quick. Yeah, so we're gonna need a relatively big holes. Square and a ruler. Okay, it is. I really like, oops, that needs to be flat. I like these rulers because they really let you, shoot, I'll be right back. Gotta get a dry erase marker. All right, purple dry erase marker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this square that is for doing architecture work and has this nice grid pattern on it. And I'm gonna use the dry erase marker by finding the corner like this in the back and then marking it so that I know where the hole is. Which means I also need to use this ruler to make sure that we find the actual back, which we have. And then I can draw specifically where my hole is. So that's going to be great. Okay, we have a drill bit, a drill router bit, and a router bit, and I'm fairly certain that between the three of these, we should be able to get this project done lickety-split. Now, these are dangerous tools. We're going to be putting on some safety glasses. Safety. So, hole is done, and we can get our cable inside, and now we just need to make some room for the cable to sit nicely. There we go. It is fitting in beautifully. I am so happy. Let's put it back. It is sitting straight. It's pretty. It's nice and tight. I can get to the Dremel. It's very well organized. Put all my brushes back. Grab the vacuum cleaner. Do a bit of cleanup. And that is home organization, studio organization, part 1. Can't tell which setting makes me look more human. Well, there you are, project number 1 of organizing while in quarantine, putting our Dremel in a better spot. Now I really do need to put away the bags in the closet and get back to painting the miniatures. I hope you all enjoyed that. Find out what sort of little improvements you can make to your workspace while being trapped wherever it is that you are trapped for the sake of the health of the world. And until next time, we'll see you on the table.